Are you recording?
Yes.
Alright, sick. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to Jason and Rob review Golden Bachelor. This week was episode 4 of the Golden Bachelor, in which things really kicked up. I don't know if you remember from last week, but drama had started, and it reached its climax this episode.
Yes, the drama between Trista and Kathy, we talked about it a lot last week. It is continuing to build up.
Yeah.
Trista continues to talk. Kathy is getting frustrated. Let's see what happens.
Yes. Before we go anywhere, though, there was a Trista sighting.
Yeah, there was.
Huge stuff. In case you didn't know, Trista was on The Bachelor and The Bachelorette both.
The first Bachelorette.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously. And going beyond that, Kathy is still incredibly bitter. Just not happy with anything. And so they have a group date or whatever. Leslie isn't on the group date. She gets the one-on-one date.
Yep.
And the group date, Ellen's wheelhouse, pickleball.
Yeah, buddy.
And not only that, you get Joey from season 28.
Season 28, man. That was a season.
Yeah, bro. Season 28 went crazy.
Back in, 2018.
yeah,
Right.
bro. I love 2015 Bachelor. It was so good.
Kathy was going for Joey, too.
Yeah, Kathy was all over Joey. Basically, there was just, high-level pickleball play. It was great. What do you expect from old people, right?
Yeah. I mean, we had April got injured in the warm-ups,
Yeah,
but she said that she faked it
just
to get some alone time with Gary. We'll see how that turns out for her at the end. But 4 teams. Typical bracket style, March Madness, single elimination. We have the Pinky Dinkies versus the Ellen's team. I don't even remember what their team name was.
I don't remember.
Yeah. And then on the other side, we had the Picolettes versus the, pardon my language, but quoting the episode, the kitchen. And the Ellen's team and the kitchen win the first match, and in the finale, cuss words don't pay off, people. Ellen's team won.
Yeah.
And Kathy's team too, by the way. Which
Yeah,
I gotta say, I thought Kathy was gonna drag him down. Kathy held her own.
Yeah.
Okay. That was good.
Yeah, actually incredible play. What can you expect? Ellen's a pickleball captain, right? To be expected. Going off of that, Gary started doing some individual talks. He actually talked first with Sandra, I believe, who skipped her own daughter's wedding to be on this episode. To me, that was a red flag. However, to Gary, that's not, which I don't know. It's kind of contradicting what he seemed like he had pretty strong family values in the last episode, and now he's like, oh well, I mean, she skipped it. That's so she really cares about me. So I don't know, but there's an old people phone joke because that's really
Can't use
good.
FaceTime.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah. And then Kathy, the Kathy Teresa drama really picked up at this part as well, right? Kathy and Teresa went to the side. Teresa wanted to make sure everything was good, and then Kathy just was vicious and tore into her. It was crazy.
Brutal. Tells her to zip it. Kind of drops the. Well, I was on a private date with Gary last night, and he told me you were gonna kick off the show. Psych.
Yeah.
What would you do in that scenario?
Yeah, that was emotional damage for real.
Yeah. And then Teresa throws Kathy under the bus. Tells Gary exactly what happened.
Hardcore.
Gary's not too happy about that.
No.
But now we move on to the private one-on-one date.
Yeah. Private one-on-one date. Leslie and Gary, they go and ride four-wheelers or ATVs, whatever you want to call them.
They're four-wheelers.
And,
I love Gary now that he called them four-wheelers.
Yeah. Four-wheelers, the way God made them to be called.
Amen.
And it's literally just she's scared of going fast. And then he lets her go in front. And that's apparently the most charming thing ever.
It made her feel safe.
Yeah, it made her feel safe. Because,
It's like the hand on the shoulder move.
Yeah, it's like... How do you feel right now?
I feel very safe.
Yeah, I mean, bro, Gary's a player.
And
He
I
knows
would feel
what's
even more safe if
Bro.
you were like sitting behind me.
Yeah,
on a
yeah,
four-wheeler.
yeah. No, Gary's got that W Riz. He knows what's up. But yeah, the date it just goes. They end in a hot tub in the middle of a
It
field.
looked like a cattle
Yeah.
water thing, which I wouldn't say it was necessarily a hot tub, but I don't know where they were.
That's-
It's kind of weird.
No.
We also got like a jump cut in the middle of that to the girls of the house playing Never Have I Ever
Yeah.
with ice cream, and we learned information that just didn't need to be shared then, and we're not going to share now.
Yeah. Nope.
So that happened.
Promiscuous activity where they eat ice cream if they've done it. It was not great.
That's a good description.
But Leslie at the end of this date got the second rose. Didn't mention Sandra actually got the first rose.
Yes, after missing her daughter's wedding.
Yes,
Because Gary appreciated that for some reason.
Yeah, he was like, man, I really love the fact that you hate your family. It's crazy. And so after that, I think they were all at the house for a cocktail party. Or
Yeah,
something?
which apparently has been a weekly thing. I just haven't really noticed that.
I did not know that was a weekly thing either,
Yeah.
and I've watched every episode.
Mhm.
Susan got a gift. It was a rose quartz.
Yep.
Great stuff. Yeah, Kathy
Yeah.
was upset about it, but
Yeah, Kathy's upset at everybody right now.
Yeah.
She definitely feeling the pressure.
Yeah.
And then right before the rose ceremony, two critical conversations happen. One, my girl Ellen has a moment where she opens up to Gary, and she's like, "Hey, I
Yeah.
think I'm falling in love with you." And personally, as an Ellen supporter, I didn't love that move.
Yeah.
I think that was played a little bit too early. I think your management could have been done a little bit better. I think you had the rose locked down anyway. But Gary seemed to respond well.
Yeah.
Gary liked it.
Yeah, he responded well. It didn't seem like a good move. It seems like get you on to the next episode move, but like not great for the long term, which I thought she had next episode locked down already. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah. And then the other conversation, Nancy, like, "Hey, I don't feel like I have that same connection with you." And Gary was like, "Yep, see ya."
Yep.
And so Nancy leaves before the rose ceremony even starts.
Yeah.
And now, would you like to reveal who got the final four roses?
Yes. So Sandra and Leslie had already gotten a rose. First up, Ellen.
Yes, sir.
Rob's pick to go all the way.
Yep.
After that, didn't do anything this episode. Faith got the next rose, though. I think she's about to get hot in the next episode, and I think she's going to be peaking at the right time.
For two guys that have never watched The Bachelor before, we know how to pick winners.
Yeah, we
They're
know
in the
what's
final
up.
six,
We know
both
what's
of them.
up. We know what's up. And then Susan got it, and then Teresa. Importantly, Askin, the group formed in the last episode, Susan is the only remaining member after this episode.
Yep. And then the final little bits, who can say no to Kathy?
Yeah, who can... I can't say no, like, look out.
And then April never changed. Even though she got kicked off, we got a scene of her spreading sage around. So even though Susan got the crystal, I think April's still on them.
Yeah. Amen. Yeah.
Any final thoughts?
No. The preview for the next episode is looking kind of crazy. I think Gary might pull a Nancy and leave on his own.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
it looks like clickbait. They've done it a few times before. I don't know what's happening there.
Yeah.
Maybe the final episode next week. Maybe there isn't actually 8 episodes. They could have been lying to us this whole time. But we'll find out. I'm ready for bed.
Yeah.
I'm sure you are as well. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Golden Bachelor Review.
Yeah.
We will see you next week.
Yep. Good night.